Hey everyone, this is Kelly Janae with Ethereal Ecology, and you are watching the Reducing the Dosage series. I have been on 25 milligrams for 5 days now. I went down from 37.5 milligrams to 25 after exactly 1 month of being on 37.5 milligrams. I felt that I was ready to go down. In one of the last videos I made, I was talking about how I tried to go down to 25 milligrams a little bit too early. But this, after a month, really felt like, okay, I'm balanced, I'm ready to go down again. And really, I have experienced no side effects, as far as I can tell. The entire past couple months, I've had some, I don't want to call it chronic fatigue, but I've been, because during the day I feel fairly energetic, but I found it very difficult to sort of get up in the morning, and I've been sleeping longer than I feel like I should be. I haven't been sleeping 7 or 8 hours. I've been sleeping 9 or 10 hours, and I just let myself get up naturally in the morning usually. And I think that that's just really because my brain is trying to reprogram itself based on the dosages themselves, and going down in the concentration of this chemical that's in my brain. I really think that that's what's happening. I did cut out soy from my diet because I've been drinking a lot of soy milk since I've been making it, and soy has sort of soporific effects that make you a little bit sleepy, so I've been cutting that out to see if that's going to have an effect and if that could actually be the cause of my fatigue. I don't know if I've noticed a lot of effects since cutting that out because it's only been maybe a couple of days. But anyway, in terms of 25 milligrams, the way that I've felt is more open in a way. It's like the first day I went down, it's almost like I unlocked, I opened a door and I'm a window, and I'm letting in some air. That's sort of how it felt. It felt like getting off that 12.5 milligrams sort of allowed more space to come in for everything, really. And I feel like that openness is right here. It's in my heart. And I've also just been doing a lot of work based around opening my heart back opening it back up to the world. I guess it's been pretty closed off as a result of pains from heartbreaks and all these things that have to do with the effects or the consequences of being attached to relationships, people, things, etc., because that's really what causes suffering, is we get attached to things and everything is changing, so it's going to not be the same at some point. We're going to lose people, we're going to lose relationships, we're going to lose money, we're going to lose everything that we bring into our lives, and so we're afraid to open up our hearts because we know we're going to lose again on some deep level. But making yourself vulnerable is one of the most empowering things you can do, because you are actually saying yes to life. You're saying, okay, I'm ready. The way I feel right now is I feel ready to fall in love again. And I don't mean with a person, though, I'm open to that. My focus right now is not on relationships. It's been very focused on career. But even now, after I've done some work this week in dealing with this tenderness that's come up, that openness, it's a tenderness. It's a place of, okay, I'm ready to open up again, but I know there's still a little bit of fear behind that openness, and so it's shutting off, opening up again, little peeking through that window. But I've felt very balanced in terms of my emotions. I have wanted to maybe release some stuff, but I'm also sort of letting go of that need to force emotions to come out, because I really believe that when you allow life just to happen as it's supposed to, and you allow yourself to open up to the experience of life, emotions will get released when they're ready to come out. So yeah, not much has changed. I feel better actually on 25 milligrams, and pretty stable in it. And I think that there's just a lesson, the biggest lesson really that I've learned is that you have to trust your process when you're going down in medication. Only you can tell whether or not it's time, whether or not you're ready. And all of the work that I've done throughout this process to support this simultaneous process of reducing my dependence on this drug and also my dependence on attachment to worldly things. I mean, it's all been happening simultaneously, my spiritual work and this physical process of getting off of this medication. So there's a lesson in that too. I really believe that in order to take things out of our life that we don't want there because they no longer serve us, we have to do the work on the back end to make sure that we are in a stable place emotionally, mentally, to allow in whatever is going to come as a result of releasing that thing, because we are just a vessel, and at all times energy wants to move into equilibrium. And if we don't do the work, and I mean do the work, maybe you're going to, therapy would be something to do while you're going through this process. I personally don't have a therapist right now. I'm using lots of plant medicines as my sort of therapy right now. I've been using hape, which is an indigenous tobacco bark mix that you ingest through the nose, and it's kind of wild. A lot of people are like, "Whoa, why would you do that?" But it's got a very healing spiritual effect, and I've got 5 different kinds, and I use it whenever I feel like I could use a little bit of support. And also just been connecting with nature more, when I feel like I'm disconnected, which a lot of times is the place where my depression or my anxiety or any sort of these feelings come up. I know that I can go into the woods and I can be quiet and I can take my shoes off and I can sit down and I can move and I can witness and talk to the trees and talk to the landscape, and it heals me. There's something very grounding about that. So finding those things, those structures, those allies in our lives, the medicine, is really important. It's really important to find the medicine. My medicine has also been, exercise and yoga and healthy eating and just being very aware and very, very mindful at all times of what's going on within me, what I need to work on, and then also just where I'm at right now is when to let go of all of that, just be. Because when you're in a healing process, I mean, I've been in this healing process ever since I started the mental health journey because of my, this bipolar depression and everything that's come along with it has surfaced because of traumas. And I feel like I've been on that healing path pretty much constantly ever since. And a lot of that has been based around okay, who am I? What's my purpose? Blah, blah, blah. But what I'm realizing is the answers I'm getting back from the universe about that question are just really it's not even an important question to ask. It's like a moot question. Who am I? You know who you are. You're everything. First of all, you're nobody. You aren't anyone. You're just everything, and it's one reality. And that is what I'm really finding groundedness in, at least today and this week, is letting go of my identity in a way, which is like letting myself just ego death, in the most conscious, sober way. Just stop trying to narrate everything. Stop trying to pretend like you know who you are. Stop trying to act like it matters. Let go of it, and see what comes out of that letting go and being present with what is. And a lot of this is coming from Ram Dass. I've been listening to Ram Dass a lot, and he's just been an amazing teacher lately. And so, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. And planes. And I'm simply just gonna allow this process to unfold. I've been also focusing on the moon cycles. I actually started this process of going down to 25 on the new moon, which I think is interesting. And I wish I would have, well, not necessarily, because I didn't really have this sense of awareness, but I wonder what it would be like for somebody getting off of this medication to time it with the moon and with astrological events, which I've been noticing are very, very powerful. They're very telling. Whatever's going on in the sky, and whatever moon cycle it's in, and whether that crosses your birth chart and is going to impact you a lot more. Some moon cycles are more intense for us than others based on what our birth chart says about what we were born with karmically. And so this new moon started on Aries, which doesn't really fall into my chart, and so I feel like, and I don't really know what the full moon's going to be, but well, I guess the full moon would then be in Pisces. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I'll have to double check that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good right now. What can I say? I hope all of you all are doing good on your little processes, and it's probably so wildly different from mine, but I just, want to stress that this path of getting off of this medication, which I found that a lot of people really struggle with actually side effects of this medication, based on the Facebook group that I'm a part of, which is the only Facebook group I'm actually active in. It's I obviously care about this very deeply, and people are saying that they are having chronic fatigue, that they've had literal health problems coming up as a result of this medication, and that's why they want to get off of it. For me, I haven't had that, but it's still knowing that things could come up as a result of it. I don't know. And so I want to get it out, and I want to just be this open-hearted, tender, blah. I want to feel the pain and the suffering, and I want to feel the bliss and the love and the pleasure of life, because when you're on your deathbed, when I'm on my deathbed, I think what I would regret most is that I just didn't show up. I wasn't there, I wasn't present, I wasn't completely in it to win it, in it to just be in it because I'm already here. What a freaking blessing, the fact that I can breathe, the fact that I can walk, the fact that I can, have a house to live in and live in the woods and just, have life in general at this very interesting, exciting, scary time of humanity. It's just, it's really a blessing, and no matter what, whether it's good or bad, oh my god, there's a freaking horse rolling in the dirt over there. Yes! Get it. Oh, I love it. I don't know. Y'all probably can't see this horse, but she's in the background rolling in the dirt. Oh, yes. See? Things that bring, oh, there she is. She's doing it again. Oh, get it. You can't see that. I don't know. Yes. So let's all just roll in the dirt of life, get dirty, get back up, be powerful stallions of the wilderness. I don't know. I'm gonna go enjoy my Sunday, and I hope that you have a magnificent, glorious day and life. And feel free to comment on this post. I've really enjoyed the commentary that I've had as a result of doing this series. Share your experience. I would love to hear from you. I love you very much. Okay, bye.